What if PSYSHOCK was in Gen 1 OU? Now, I get it. Psychic types, they're already good enough in Gen 1. You don't need to make them better. But someone recommended this to me on Discord this morning. And at first I was like, oh, well, who cares? It would just be a worse Psychic. Because Psychic can just flat out just lower your special. Or the opponent's special. Which means that they become less bulkier and they don't hit as hard. So why would you ever even consider using PSYSHOCK over Psychic? But that's when I realized something. I realized that some of these Psychic types don't have a very good move pool. Like, I know that's weird to say, but with Alakazam, but yes, he's an amazing Pokemon. But other than Psychic, his only real attacking move is just Seismic Toss. Now, like, Bonusam or Submission are good with that base 50 attack. And same with Jinx. Jinx, like, always has 3 moves that it always uses. Psychic, Wealthy Kiss, Blizzard. But you're never completely sure about what to use for the last move. And while Rest is pretty good, let's be real. If she could use PSYSHOCK, that would 100% be worth it. Same with Alakazam. Not only does this give Alakazam just more stab, effectively giving it more like psychic power points, but the really big one is that with just this one move, Jinx and Alakazam have a really good way of hitting Chansey on the physical side. And yeah, I probably should have predicted that's what would happen. And while there's other Pokemon that it'll probably use PSYSHOCK against, for the most part, even if it was just good against Chansey exactly, that alone would make PSYSHOCK an amazing move to use. Because Chansey is like the 3rd best Pokemon in the game. So obviously, like, you're always gonna have to go against a Chansey, which means a move like PSYSHOCK is always gonna be useful. And there's some other Pokemon that also get it. Like, Ninetales gets it, and as you can see here, Ninetales is a pretty, like, it's not the worst move pool I've ever seen, but you wish it was better. So having another special move that, just like Hyper Beam or Body Slam, can hit you on the physical side, but except using your special, that's really good. Not to mention Ninetales being able to hit poison types and fighting types. I do not actually remember how valuable that is. Clefable also gets PSYSHOCK, but I imagine for Clefable it wouldn't be as good. But yeah, you got Nidoking, who is the best Pokemon in NU, I believe. Always one of the best. I don't know how good Venomoth is, but see, like, you even hit stuff super effectively. So, Ninetales absolutely enjoys having PSYSHOCK. Porygon, I imagine probably not. Maybe you can use it. Like, obviously, when you just have the one set where it counters exactly one Snorlax variant. But I'm not sure if PSYSHOCK is like a better move or not. I'm assuming... Actually, I was going to say something not. But now that I think about it, even if Tri-Attack has Stab, I'm just going to assume that PSYSHOCK would still do more damage to Chansey? If I had to guess? I don't know for sure. You guys can let me know in the comments. Not like it really matters though, because Porygon having PSYSHOCK was not going to be what made it good in Gen 1 OU. The last one I wanted to go over is Starmie, who, unlike Alakazam or Jinx or Ninetales, has plenty of other options. And you know what? Even though Starmie has plenty of other special moves they could be using, like Psychic, or Blizzard, Thunderbolt, or Surf, I still think there's an argument for it to be using PSYSHOCK. Because Starmie's already good as like a late game Pokemon, a late game cleaner, a lot like Tauros. And if that's the case, having PSYSHOCK could help it, once again, easily take out Chansey. So I think it could be worth it. And I was really surprised. I honestly thought that PSYSHOCK would just be inferior to Psychic in every way. But it looks like it's not. At least in my opinion. You guys can let me know if you think I'm overselling it or not. But I have 2 replays. I would have gotten more, but I think just these 2 already do a good enough job. So obviously, like PSYSHOCK, even just base 95 special, already does like, what is that, like a third of Chansey? Like, it's insane. You should not be able to take out Chansey that easily, but here we are. And then we have another one with Alakazam, and oh boy, Chansey would just not have a good time. This one's also a 3-hit KO, but as you can see, it does a lot more damage. So, I'm also assuming, or no, if I had to guess, I would imagine Psychic on enemy Alakazams would be better, because then you can lower their special, which I imagine would be huge. But I could be wrong, maybe using PSYSHOCK is... Actually, it probably just depends on what the health is, and whatever the damage calcs are, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, PSYSHOCK, pretty amazing move. Psychics do not need this buff. Do I think Chansey would no longer be a part of the big 3? I don't know for sure, but I actually do feel like just a small change, like adding a move like PSYSHOCK, could actually make a big enough effect to where, like Chansey does drop. I don't think it would drop a lot. I think it would probably be like the 4th best. But I could very well see one of the Psychic types like replacing it. What do you think? Do you think Psychic would always be superior to PSYSHOCK? Do you think PSYSHOCK would be better? Or do you think what I believe, where most of the time, any Pokemon that can use one would probably use both, while certain more offensive teams might choose PSYSHOCK over Psychic? Let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, this is Groundback, and I look forward to hearing from you.